Previously on Black Book. The local priest got desperate enough to call on the services of Vasilisa and Egor, as a cow was found in the cemetery. And not in the way that any of them would like.
Yegor's chorts fuss in the backyard, arguing and chattering like a flock of magpies. You notice that some of them smear radishes with soot, while others wash them off, trying to outdo one another. Having noticed your interest in the chorts, Old Egor tells you of an old theory of his. According to his logic, a learned chort is better than 3 unlearned. The cold night is filled with hundreds of sounds. Demons and wood chorts swoop under the wide fir branches. Owls hunt for nimble mice. Graveyard grasses whisper something from beneath the gloomy silhouettes of the Galbets at Mikhail's crossroads. Old Egor stops and crouches down, looking at something on the dry earth.
Look, all this time and your circle is still visible? I wonder if I can find mine. From the time I took the hat. Who knows how many circles were once drawn here? So many sins. What do you think we need icons and churches for? I have enough sin to bury Christ himself. Do you think any Khaldun can manage it?
They say there's no saving for Yeretniks.
I believe they speak true. I imagine that's why they supply us with chorts, for us to learn to control them. And the church and the icon, it's so people aren't afraid.
Could it be that I will draw a circle here with a student of my own one day?
God willing.
At the crossroads of 2 trade routes, you see the annual fair. Despite the late hour, trading is still taking place. Perhaps you might buy something for your journey. A multitude of goods can be found. Prianics, as well as a variety of magic trinkets. There's something for everyone here.
Low prices, come and see for yourself. Buy some herbs and other goods I've brought for you from the woods.
The wisdom that lies upon dark pages is not that of madness. You cannot paint me as a liar.
Oh, Vasya, Igor Yevlampovich, you came. I don't know what to do. I've read all the prayers I know. I haven't seen such horrors in years. Who could have done something like that to animals? No less than a monster.
Tell me where you found the animal.
In the old chapel, in the cemetery. Hardly anyone visits there, and even fewer now. So it's still there, by the altar. What is this scourge upon our Riest? What devil tortures us? Lord, forgive us.
Have you noticed anything else unusual?
Well, people are scared to go to the cemetery. It's haunted. People were about to ask you for help, but I assured them that you would drop by soon enough.
Where's the chapel the cow was killed in?
Well, in the church cemetery. Something was amiss there long before this happened. Strange knocking and scratching. It sounded as if it were coming from beneath the ground. That's why folk rarely go there.
All right. We'll see what demon you have over there.
In the meantime, find the payment in the church bins.
Rest assured, Igor Yevlampovich, I'll do that.
Jesus Christ! Oh, you don't need to look at this. I will deal with the animal and you look around. Try to find some clues. What kind of demon are we dealing with here?
You notice strange, bloody tracks, as if human tracks got mixed with that of a bird. You find the bloody piece of a shroud. You pick it up, but it crumbles in your fingers, as if it has been lying here for decades.
Have you looked around?
I've already looked around. Here. I found a piece of a shroud. but it crumbled in my hands.
Ha! That's no accident. So a spirit is one of the dead, one of the old ones.
And I found some tracks here.
Ha! Bird ones. The spirit is trying to confuse us. What do you think? These aren't bird tracks. There are pieces of broken bones poking through. I've inspected the cow. The demon tore it with claws and teeth. That's clear as day. But here's a hint. I found iron shavings in the bones. I don't like this, Vasya. Let's try to open up the old tracks. Wait while I whisper over your discoveries. Here, let's follow it. I had a feeling the other day. A bad omen, this find.
The trees near the ruined grave stand frozen in silence. You look down. The black hole leads deep underground. A name half erased can still be read. Prokopy.
I knew it.
You hold up the swaying Egor.
I was young and experienced. It didn't completely disable him. The cursed Yeretnik broke free. I figured it out as soon as I saw the cow. Your family had a similar cow long ago. He left that gift for me to find.
Oh well, we'll have to drive him back. My study was not in vain. We'll do it together. I saw a rope in the church. We'll need to climb down into his lair.
The trees near the ruined grave stand frozen in silence. You look down. The black hole leads deep underground. A name half erased can still be read. Prokopy.
Prokopy! You!
Yegorka, we meet again. Why have you come? It can be to bring an offering to you, old teacher, can it? Would you look at that? Dark hair, fair skin, and fearless. Just how I like them. Well, bring Bring her here and get lost.
Do I look like an offering to you? You know nothing about us, demon.
No, girl. It's you who knows nothing about us. Isn't that right, Yegorka? I've taught you well. You're the same as me.
How did you survive here?
You were young, Yegor, inexperienced. Didn't know how to kill me. And now it's too late. I couldn't get out of my coffin for a long time. Your holy man knew what he was doing, unlike you. But don't fret. You lived a long life. Look at you now. So old, pathetic. Even I look better. I haven't aged a minute for the past 30 years. Look at my palace. Truly a sight to behold, is it not?
How did you build all of this?
Simple. My teeth and nails turned to iron over time. They were indeed pleasant tools to work with. As soon as my name got washed off of the coffin, the prayers stopped holding me down. Isn't it funny? You shall perish with your girl in my grave.
You say you and Grandpa are alike.
Don't you dare to compare us, Prokopy.
Oh, how could I? You are so kind. Yegorka the kind. Weren't you the one who sent his charts to kill me in my sleep? Weren't you the one who took my charts? Oh, but aren't they on your shoulder as we speak?
I didn't kill any children.
True, but what about other scenes? What is this stick? Is it made from the same horn as my ancient rod? But what do I hear? Could it be the voice of my old chart? Oh, really? The demon told me everything. Oh, whatever they whispered to you, whatever they advised to you at the end of your miserable life.
That's enough of you, demon!
I didn't know how to destroy you then. But now I do.
You can't overcome two Kolduns, Prokopy.
I've been waiting for this over 40 years. Don't underestimate me.
Now he's going to hell for sure. Quick, remember what you need to do?
So, how do I dispose of the restless dead so that it is certain he passes to the afterlife? Pierce his heart with an ashen stake.
That's a wise option, but the heart has long since rotted away. Oh well, then we'll break his spine, nothing to it. If I had been smarter then, it wouldn't be here now. Good. We dealt with it swiftly, before it had the chance for mischief.
Prokopi said you have identical staffs.
His was from a horn. I took it, added to my sins. He also obtained one for himself, made out of moose horn. You need to take this one, of course, if you don't fear his retribution.
You take Prokopi's old staff.
You have shorts left. I thought you gave them all to me, along with the book.
Almost all. Left some to myself. They have their uses, you see. I'll find use for them yet.
Let's deal with Prokopi, Grandpa.
Right. He could rise at any moment. Demonic force. Pooh.
You neutralize Prokopi, and the Chorts help to cover his grave with dirt. There is now a crater in place of a grave. You've seen similar during your travels. Were they the result of unclean dead like this?
How are you feeling, Grandpa?
What do you mean? I'm fine. Is this about Prokopi? To hell with him. I've dealt with him before, and this time we sent him to the abyss together. It's a pity I didn't do it properly the first time around. Eh. So, how's the progress going on your seals?
Soon they all will be gone. I think we can make it in time.
At the crossroads of two trade routes, you see the annual fair. Despite the late hour, trading is still taking place. Perhaps you might buy something for your journey. A multitude of goods can be found. Prianics, as well as a variety of magic trinkets. There's something for everyone here.
What? Want some pranics? I've sold everything already. Oh, you want some herbs? Well, take a look then.
What kind of wisdom do you possess? That which comes from above, or that of snakes and demons?
Buy an amulet and a trinket. Buy a potion and drink it. You'll be as healthy as a boar, demons fleeing from your roar.
A ray of light from a suddenly opened door of the village shop pierces the darkness. A young lad with an accordion strapped across his back runs into the street. A moment later, a shop owner emerges, spewing curses and chasing after the musician. You are somewhat familiar with the accordion player. This dashing youth is often invited to vichorkas and celebrations. The merchant spits on a neighbor's hen in frustration, knowing he won't be able to catch the musician.
That scoundrel! Sure, take him! He'll pay me back, he says. I know all about him paying back. I won't see a half kopeck until Christmas.
I need to get to a pothouse somewhere in these parts. Is it far?
Oh, girl, don't go there. That's a bad place. The pothouse and vodka are the root of all evil. Here, they found this man recently, drunk himself to the grave. Just buried him. Well, the pothouse is to the north. You won't miss it. Fedьka, the accordion player, must have gone there. That rascal! That scoundrel! Sure, take him! He'll pay me back, he says. I know all about him paying back. I won't see a half kopeck until Christmas.
I know this man. Should I get him back for you?
If only you could. I know him as well, but still. If only my boy was at the counter. I bet he's gone divinating to the omens again.
Behind those barns?
Yes? Is anything wrong?
Do they have any idea how to perform divinations? I fear something might go wrong.
Nothing bad will happen to them. Sure, take them. Youngster, have no patience. Can I help you? Get going.
But what if I wanted to buy something?
Yeah, right. The devil you roaming around at night. Get lost.
The merchant shuts the door in front of you. You can only continue on your way. The narrow path leads you to a silent bee garden. A single light shines amidst the beehives. A beekeeper has lit a splinter and is writing something on birch bark.
I can hear you walking. Come out to the light.
Greetings, beekeeper.
Ah, a traveler. Well, come in. Make yourself at home in my bee kingdom. My name is Panko.
The beekeeper proceeds to write something on birch bark.
Are you writing a Leshy charter by chance?
Heaven forbid. I'm calculating my income for the summer. The bee queen spawns grubs every day. So I get a lot of new bees. If only I had enough houses for them. This Vajanoi helps me. There's Chorts Creek nearby. The bees drink their water there. I threw something in the water recently. A bottle of vodka and a loaf of bread. So my bees wouldn't die off this winter.
I see. If you're having a good year, maybe you have something to sell.
Come and take a look. Are you interested in some healing herbs?
Have you heard about the local Vajanoi?
Well, they say all sorts of things. I heard this one story from an old woman I know. Thing is, I can tell a mighty scary story. Might make your hair stand on end.
The black shape of this Avin looks like a beast ready to pounce. When you peek through the slightly open door, you gasp. Iviniks have stuffed the children into the stove and are arguing about something. You open the black book and read your first Zagavar. After the Aveniks disappear, the children return to their senses. They remember what happened, only in part. You remind them of the necessities of a protective circle by properly boxing their ears. The silent village is getting ready to sleep. There are lights in some windows, and from time to time, you see peasants going about their business. You soon find the izba where the missing peasant's family lives. It turns out that he is one of the villagers trying to reach the Sultanovka Bank. You tell his wife that she must recite a prayer. The shaken woman recognizes you as a witch and trusts your every word. You give her all the money the Vodinoy's servant gave you. The grateful peasant woman gives you some healing herbs for the road. After some thought, you ask her to light a candle for a certain Rusalka that you know. The silent village is getting ready to sleep. There are lights in some windows, and from time to time, you see peasants going about their business. Everyone you ask knows about the pothouse, but tells you that it is a wicked place for wicked people. As it turns out, the bandits have become even noisier as of late, but no one has seen them in nearby villages. One of the people you talk to crosses himself and tells you that there's something demonic going on in this pothouse. With a shaky voice, he tells you about a logging area to the west. You can't get anything else out of him. The silent village is getting ready to sleep. There are lights in some windows, and from time to time, you see peasants going about their business. You hear the lingering sounds of songs long known to you. At one of the izbas, you see a late-running Vichorka. It may be worth stopping to listen for a while. You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song. On the frozen logging site, everything is silent, even birds and insects. Knowing this to be a sign of evil spirits, you open your book. Several fat logs are lying on the glade ahead of you near an old fire, and some items are scattered about it. By the roots of a notably large fallen pine, you see the mouth of a hole. The closer you get to the logging site, the stronger the smell of decay. You recoil involuntarily when you spot the bodies, stuck into the rough holes in the trunks, as if into coffins. Overcoming your disgust, you inspect the corpses. Many of the dead have weapons. It would appear they used to be bandits. You find a purse with rubles on one of them and take it without remorse. You feel the stench of death in the air. It seems no one has been here for a long time. You find someone's ledger by the fire. Reading it, you find regular sacrifices to the Vodinoy and other, more sinister expenses that you try not to think about. The last record is dated more than a week ago. The hole breathes with the dampness of a graveyard. At the bottom of it, among roots that look like paws of exotic beasts, you see an empty chest. Upon closer inspection, it proves to be quite old. It would seem that this small chest was buried a long time ago. Someone's figure stands black at the forest's edge. You can't make out who's waiting for you on your way. You clutch your book tighter. A human voice answers you. You come closer and recognize the accordion player you met from Sultanova village.
Vasya, I knew it was you in the village.
What do you need? You're on your way already.
So I recognized you in the village. You got it all wrong. I need these sweets for business, but I'll pay them back first thing tomorrow.
You must be carrying these for the girls, as usual.
Such accusations all of a sudden. Nothing of the sort. I'm going to a pot house. I've been asked to play for a birthday, I think.
Fedka plays a riff on his accordion.
I think if I bring a present along, they'll pay me more.
To a pot house, you say? Have you been there before? What kind of place is it?
No, I haven't. It used to be an abandoned izba. Now I hear that each night it becomes a noisy pot house. So it must be fun. Oh, a fine pot house it must be.
Who called you there?
God knows. The other night I met some lad by my izba. Come to the pot house, he says. Gave me some money in advance and promised more afterwards.
Why couldn't you buy sweets with that money?
I hid them away right after, just in case. Come on, don't fret. I'll pay it back later.
I've heard wicked people reside there.
I don't care. Even church won't hurt an accordion player.
Really, you haven't met Chorts. You wouldn't know if you did.
Not everyone is brought up by a knower.
God help you. I have business of my own.
Wait, where are you going yourself?
I'm going to the pot house too. I need to check up on this birthday.
Oh, how wonderful. Let's go together.
Yeah, wonderful. Sorry, but I'll have to go alone. First, I need to drop by Nekrasova.
Look what's going on there. Men and women crawling like flies. Let's go.
You don't have time to interject, and the musician drags you along. Peasants are gathering on the banks of the river. Each has several loaves of bread in their hands, which they are throwing into the river, and watch as they drift downstream. The musician calls out to them and strides confidently towards them.
Well met, Nekrasova. What are you doing here? Feeding the fishes?
They're looking for a drowned man. He can be found where a loaf sinks, so they say.
Yes, one man from our village went missing. We can't find him.
I think I know who you're talking about. You won't ransom him from Vodinoy with bread, and not from your Vodinoy for sure.
And how do you know that? Her grandpa is a knower. She's a knower too. But what can we do to make him drift ashore? Tell us if you know.
If you want to ransom him from Yovodinoy, you'll need coins for that. Throw an odd number of each time, 3 or 15.
How much money will it take? Where can we get that amount? We struggled even to get this bread.
Here, take this. It's not much, but it should do.
Well, Vasya, quite a wealthy girl you are.
Keep quiet! Don't go counting my money.
We thank you for this. We'll be searching for him until spring this way.
You say goodbye to the peasants and go on your way. Soon, you are able to rid yourself of the musician, who stays to chat with some of his new acquaintances. You pass a small settlement that has no name yet. On the village edge, you notice a fat barrel rolling to the west. Several shrieking chorts fly out of the barrel and attack you.
What was the full truth behind the bandit's death? How will Vasilisa get to the bottom of the pothouse? Find out next time on Black